Well, if you've been watching CBS 4 News, you've been getting updates on the DIA Great Hall project that no other news organization has provided. Brian Moss was the first to report yesterday's huge headline that the city fired its partner. And tonight, we have another update for you. The deal was what is referred to as a public-private partnership. The city teamed up with a private company, Great Hall Partners, but cost and the timeline, well, you know, spiraled out of control. Karen Morfitt has been looking into these types of partnerships, and Karen, they are more and more common, but they do carry some risk.
And Karen, we're hearing that term more and more often with major city and state projects like the one here at the airport. While it all sounds good on the surface, the mayor says that this is something that even they could use some work on. Lots of questions when it comes to Denver's dropped DIA deal, a nearly $2 billion agreement hammered out over a 15,000-page contract that failed.
Public-private partnerships, we have to get better at this, and this is a very valuable and to some extent a painful lesson for us to learn.
Public-private partnerships, also known as P3s, are a relatively new way for local and state governments to fund major projects. The airport is one example. Central 70, Highway 36, and Denver's commuter rail are others. Paul Teske, a dean at the University of Colorado Denver who researches changes in urban development and public finance, is paying close attention to these deals.
From the start, they're partners in the investment, and the private firm is putting some money in. And they're also partners in the revenue, so there has to be some kind of revenue stream, and that's why highways, typically with tolls, are a good example.
The upside, projects can start with smaller upfront costs and little to no weight on taxpayers. The downside, losing a long-term revenue source. Teske says the question the community needs to ask is who's taking the biggest risk.
The details are very important, and that's why there aren't a ton of these, because everyone is context specific. You know, you can't kind of pull a contract off the shelf.
Now, Teske says this is really just a broad look at these type of agreements. He says there's still lots of pros and cons that officials need to look into before they enter into one of these agreements. For now, we're live in Denver. Karen Morfitt covering Colorado First.
Karen, thank you.